But of all the people in America, you probably have the most experience when somebody is famous and they're in court and they're dealing with things like probation. All these developments and maneuvers about, well, now this report coming out from the Department of Children and Families saying, oh, yeah, she's responsible for little Kaylee's death, and also the debate over whether or not she has to do probation. Does all this strike you as kind of political face-saving?
It does. And, you know, I think that obviously since Casey's been voted the most hated person in America, I guess people are obviously very upset about the verdict. And it seems that because of that, they're trying to do everything they could possibly do to throw something at her because they couldn't get her on the big thing. It reminds me of the aftermath of the O.J. Simpson trial. I was on the O.J. Simpson defense team. And, of course, that, too, was a very unpopular verdict. And you may remember that in the aftermath of that, when O.J. moved to Miami, he was charged with something involving road rage, and it seemed like there were all sorts of things sort of coming out of the woodworks at him. And that seems to be what's happening here with Casey Anthony. People are very upset. They didn't get their pound of flesh. And that seems to me almost what's driving this probation issue and also what's driving this latest report.
Well, I think you said it absolutely brilliantly, but what strikes me as so bizarre is that the powers that be think we're not going to pick this up and realize that there's a political element to this. I mean, whatever you think about Casey, and she is, as you say, now officially the most hated person in America. She was acquitted, and that's it, right? Now, you are certainly
I mean,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say that's it. And this issue with the probation, at least in California, you can be on probation and also serving a sentence in jail. I'm not sure if that's so in Florida. But one thing that I do think is true across the land is a fundamental principle of due process, which is that any ambiguity is resolved in favor of the defendant. And it seems that this probation issue is ambiguous and uncertain. It seems like nobody really knows what to do with it as far as the bench is concerned. And so I think due process dictates that the ambiguity has to be resolved in her favor and that we have to accept that she served her probation already when she was in jail. We've just got to let this go and somehow make peace with it.
Yeah.